Hello, first-class listeners, and welcome to the Train Stop Podcast. I am your host, Anastasios Klimos, a.k.a. The Greek Freak. I'm joined today by John the Curse Hardell. John, welcome back to the show.
I've been hibernating.
And we got, you know him, you love him. It's the L Train, Logan Gooden, Timmy D himself.
Come on, baby.
How you doing?
Tass, I'm just glad we were able to have a little sports on Sunday and a lot of action, Tass. A lot of action this week already.
A lot of stuff going on. Welcome back to the show. We were gone for a while because of Corona, but Corona couldn't keep us down forever. First time using Zoom. This is the first time we're ever going to have video of ourselves doing the podcast. Very exciting.
I'm excited.
Very excited. We all got our jerseys, little
two
action here.
Two of us are more handsome than the other one, but I think we all know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah, the Josh Jacobs jersey.
Yeah, that's unfortunately. We
Classic
had
hardwood.
some nice jerseys going on, and then John brings Josh Jacobs Raiders.
Don't disrespect him.
Just saying.
Come on.
Tim,
That bucket hat.
you got two of the greatest legends of all time, Tim Tebow and
All
Tim
right,
Duncan.
Tasso, we can talk about that all day. Let's get into Tampa Bay.
All right. You want to? I don't have the heart to start it off, so you want to go ahead and start it off?
So it's crazy because you would have thought everything was all go happy, go lucky, and over there in Patriot Town, in Foxborough. But little did we know that Tom Brady was upset the year before, and Gronk was ready to come back, and all of a sudden Brady's like, nah, if we don't get receivers, no reason for you to come back at all. Brady goes to Tampa Bay, and then. What? And then Gronk his rights got traded? What? And where did his rights get traded to, Tasso?
Tampa Bay.
How great is that offense now, Tasso?
We don't know.
Tasso.
No, we know. We know damn well.
I think we got a clue.
Listen,
we got a clue how great that offense is.
Gronk hasn't played in over a year, and the last time he played, I have the numbers written down here: 682 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Okay, he puts up those numbers with right next to Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, O.J. Howard.
O.J. Howard probably won't be there much longer. O.J. Howard's probably coming to New England.
That's bold.
For Edelman, most likely.
Most likely Edelman, dude. It's literally like the Titans 2 years ago, dude, where they just had them when the Titans just scalped us from all our players.
See, what the problem is, this has been happening for years where it's like the Titans do this, the Lions do this, a lot of teams do this where the Browns do this, where they try and get all the Patriots guys and try to recreate it. Where they failed was they got all the secondary guys. Tampa Bay literally got the two probably most important Patriots of the last 10 years, Brady and Gronk.
Exactly, when they were the most important 10 years ago.
So that's the thing. I've got a lot of fire. People on Twitter coming at me. A lot of people are not happy with my takes on this.
Well, yeah, because you're out of pocket with it, dude. You're not even getting into the time of day, dude. That's why I get upset with it at least, dude. Because you're not even getting into the time of day at all.
I can't root for them. I'm not going to root for them.
You don't. Okay, but you still don't. So you have no love lost for Brady, no love lost for Gronkowski. All those memories I gave you the last 10 years as a Patriots fan, out the window.
No, the memories are still there. What they did is still there. But what I'm saying is I'm not going to use nostalgia and my memories to now say, you know what, I'm going to root for them in Tampa Bay. No, Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski both screwed the franchise.
Okay, hold on, Tasso, real quick.
No, they didn't.
Remember when we were going back and forth about the 2008 finals for the Celtics?
Mm-hmm.
And how Ray Allen was public enemy number one?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you watch the clip again, you're like, wow, dude, this team was fun. He's not no more. You don't think that sometime down the road they're going to be playing the Super Bowls from Brady and Gronk and you'd be like, oh my God.
Oh, no, absolutely. Listen, this isn't going to be for the rest of my life, I'm going to hate Rob Gronkowski and Tom Brady. Number one, I don't even hate Brady that much. It's more Gronkowski I'm pissed off at, and I'll get into it why. But no, obviously, like Ray Allen, which I've now publicly admitted, I'm no longer hate Ray Allen. He's no longer Judas Shuttlesworth. He's once again Jesus Shuttlesworth. Obviously, as time goes on, I'll forgive Gronk and everything going on. But right now, you can't expect me to sit here and rep my Tom Brady Tampa Bay Buccaneers jersey and my Rob Gronkowski Buccaneers jersey and start tweeting "Go Bucks" on Twitter. It's not going to happen.
So, what would you do for Greek Easter? I got you a Tampa Brady jersey. Would you be upset about that?
First of all, right, Tampa Brady is the most cheesiest thing I've ever seen, and if that's the version of Brady the Bucks are getting, good riddance.
Would you say, Tasso, this is kind of like a move like LeBron kind of did, where he was upset with the organization? He just went somewhere where it could be a lot more flash for his personal growth, you'd say?
I don't know if I'd say it's a LeBron-esque move. It's
Is
in
it
terms
though?
of like being backstabbed. It is, yeah. LeBron's a backstabber.
Tasso, I mean, but you said Tom Brady is going to build his brand in Tampa Bay. Yes or no?
Yeah.
I don't know. Can you really build a brand in Tampa Bay?
At some point, dude. Yeah. Tampa needed somebody, and it was definitely Brady and Gronk. Because now we're gonna be like, oh shit! Now we actually got some contenders. We got some cats with us now. Now it's like they don't got Jameis Winston throwing 30 for 30s. You're gonna have an older Brady. You're gonna have an older Brady. Don't get me wrong, but you're still gonna have a player who I would take Tom Brady over Jameis Winston 10 out of 10 times.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I'm not blaming the Bucs. Listen, I'm not hating on the Bucs for doing what they're doing. They're smart.
You're hating on Gronk and Tom Brady.
I'm hating on the fact that I have to watch my first and third most favorite Patriot of all time, Teddy Bruschi being number 2 in the middle there.
Well, Tebow's my second one, but
huh?
I said Tim Tebow's my second favorite.
Well, I don't consider Tim Tebow a Patriot. I consider him a mercenary. He just went all over the place. So I don't really consider him the one team. If it was one team, I consider him. It's the Florida Gators right here. But like I said, I'm not going to be able to forgive what's going on, and I can't believe how casual Patriots fans are being. How they're just like, whatever, like they're just shaking it off.
No, because that's the way things are now, Todd. So it's just like you just like the world is all about change now, especially with everything going on. It's just like you're just trying to better yourself, get the best situation for yourself and your family. That's really what it comes down to.
I guess, but was Tampa Bay really the best situation for Tom and his family?
Well, they actually wanted him.
With the receiving core they got, Todd, I don't know.
On top of that, they wanted him. New England did not want him anymore.
Yeah, New England was done with him, Tasso. You know that.
Listen, Tom, honestly, I'm not even totally upset about the Brady thing. The most upset the thing that makes me so upset about Brady is the fact that like he had this plan for so long and just kind of kept us like guessing. Like he knew.
Why would he tell the fans?
Yeah, but why? If it was his last year in a Patriots jersey, why would he put that out there? So people will be like, oh, where's he going next? Where's he going next? Like Brady's not that type of guy.
Yeah, but the thing is, too, he left us in, like, a terrible situation. Like, he's like LeBron, I guess. Yeah, I guess you said it before. Yeah. He left us to die. I mean, like LeBron, when he left Cleveland, they were left in the dust.
New England left him to die. New England left him to die last year. He had no offensive line and no receivers.
He had no weapons at all.
All right, first of all, the offensive line's not their fault. No one could have seen David Andrews getting blood clots and going out. Isaiah Wynn got hurt. What are you going to do? They gave him an offensive line. It's just people got hurt. And for the receivers, I mean, Antonio Brown, we got him somebody, but –
that should have never happened, and you know it.
Listen, they did get him Antonio Brown, but unfortunately he went crazy.
Because of the mental case.
He is a mental case.
It's not his fault he has CTE, dude.
That's Montez Perfect's fault.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. The Gronk is where I'm more pissed off with. I talked to Logan earlier on the phone about this. He feels like Ray Allen when he left. This is why I said he replaced Ray Allen. This feels like a Ray Allen move, like to leave New England to go play with a rival now. I consider Tampa Bay a rival.
Tampa Bay is not your rival.
He betrayed us. You know what? All year long, I felt bad for the guy. He was on the press conference crying, saying my body was destroyed, like my mind's messed up from all this. Like I was so depressed. I've never felt worse. I'm never playing football again. I'm done with the National Football League. All this. The minute Tom Brady goes to Tampa, I'm good. None of that matters now. I'm playing football again with Tom Brady.
You're telling me you wouldn't, I don't know. Dude, if you had the opportunity to play with Tom Brady, Tasso, you wouldn't?
What about last year?
Dude,
well,
Tom Brady told him, dude, it's not even worth you just wasting a year like I'm doing right now.
But that's exactly what I mean. It seems like him and Gronk, like a year ago after the last Super Bowl win over the Rams, decided that they were going to leave New England. And that's just shitty to me, that the franchise is giving you everything. Listen, people ask who's more important, Bill Belichick or Tom Brady. I think it's 50-50. But without Bill Belichick, would Tom Brady have ever been discovered?
Yeah, but Brady they both put each other on the map, Tasso.
I agree. And that's why I think the argument's stupid. Who's more influential? I think it's 50-50. But all I'm saying is, like, Robert Kraft and Bill Belichick gave Brady the tools to be the best he could ever be, and that's how
Brady has his trainer thing for like a majority of that time. Like being 40, what is he, 41, 42, something like that?
43 almost.
40, almost 43, bro, and still being in the best shape of his life. Like, you're telling me that just happens because you have a good coach and a good owner? No, that's because you're working on yourself, dude.
Credit where credit's due. Brady's a great athlete. I'm not trying to shit on Brady. What I'm saying is, like, I don't know. I'm hard.
He wouldn't be Brady. You're saying he wouldn't be Brady if not for Belichick and
my point is more like him being discovered, like Belichick giving him the chance to start when Bledsoe gets hurt. Like, it's a weird question to ask. If that doesn't happen, would Brady have ever been discovered? Would he have ever given a chance to start?
Probably somewhere along the line.
It's a good question. You never know.
He would with his work. When you have a legendary work ethic like that, Tasso, you just keep working hard at everything you do. And that's what Brady does. He's playing, Tasso, like you play checkers, bro. He's playing chess.
Yeah.
He's one step ahead of you.
Like I said, I know my comments may come off as a little too extreme, saying I hope, and I do stand by that take. I want Tampa Bay to crash and burn, and I'm heartbroken. I mean, to see them, and John, me and you have to have a little chat here because you put me on blast on Twitter, and for some reason, people seem to like it.
Because it makes sense.
It's one of your most popular tweets ever.
Huh?
It's one of your most popular tweets of all time.
15 likes is not one of my most popular tweets.
It is. That's kind of love that you would never get on a regular day. But
because
you called me out because I tweeted out that I didn't want to watch football this year. I wanted to cancel football for 2021.
That was horrible.
It's not about the Patriots being a bad team. It's more or less I just don't want to watch Tom Brady and Gronk. So I've come to this decision. John recommended this. I'm announcing it here on the podcast, here on the Zoom chat live. I will not watch a single down of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers next season. I won't watch highlights. I'm not going to watch games. I'm not going to – anything revolving that team, I will not watch.
Well, he's going to be forced up stats by me, so that's okay.
You guys, when we do podcasts in the future, when we talk about football next season, when you guys bring up the games, I'll let you guys talk about it, and I'm just going to sit from afar and just kind of do my own thing.
All right, so that means if Tampa Bay does crash and burn, Tasso, that means you can't talk about it either. Then you said you're not going to talk about anything.
I'm not going to watch, but
you can't have your cake. You can't have your cake and eat it too, Tasso. You can't be doing that. You're playing devil's advocate right now.
Fine, that's fine.
It's either you're all
the first one to say something.
I will talk about him. If you bring him up, I may throw my opinion in there.
Nope. You can't even do that. You said you're not going to talk a dime about them.
All right, then that's fine. Then for the 2020-2021 season, I will not even speak a word on this podcast about the Bucs.
Regular season or even postseason too?
Everything. If they go to the Super Bowl, I'm not watching it.
You kind of that you're full of shit. First of all,
no.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when the entire goddamn country is watching the game? You just gonna sit there and pout?
I'll watch the Puppy Bowl.
He would sit there and pout. He'd be like, "This is fucking bullshit."
I'll watch something else. There's other television to watch other than football. Football isn't everything.
Okay, Tasso will turn on the Real Housewives of like New Jersey, something like that, and just get a nice little bottle of like Prosecco or something like that. I don't know. I'm
more of a Real Housewives of Atlanta kind of guy, but
exactly my point. Yeah, because you got no class, Tasso.
But it was like seeing that last night, seeing the news break that Gronk got traded, just broke my heart. Rip didn't have.
It came out of nowhere.
Huh?
That shit came out of nowhere. I had no idea that was even in the works, dude.
I thought Edelman was going to be the one. I thought Edelman was going to Tampa Bay, and it turns out.
Tasso. It's only, what is it? What's today, Wednesday? It's still only Wednesday, dude. There's still plenty of week left, dude, to see something.
Yeah. I don't know, though. I think if I'm Tampa Bay, you already have enough. Like, are you going to give them more picks for more old players?
You're going to have to, probably. Tampa's probably just in win now. They got to be win now mode, dude, when they got a 43-year-old Tom Brady, dude.
Yeah, I guess.
They wouldn't have done that. They wouldn't have done that if they didn't believe they were in win now mode.
Exactly. It's just Tasso. I'm telling you right now, bro, it's literally just like the Lakers and just like the Lakers and the Buccaneers are literally the same side of the same coin, dude. Literally.
Whoa,
it's similar.
I'm trying to drive him nuts.
It's similar.
It's a win now situation, dude. You trying to? That's why Brown. That's why the Lakers are suffering so much from this break because of the coronavirus, because they were just poised. They were just clicking, dude. But they're all aging veterans, dude. LeBron's not getting any younger. He's gonna stay healthy, obviously, just like how Brady does it. But this is probably like, I don't want to say this, but this is like the pinnacle of LeBron. Like this is gonna be like he's probably at the peak right now, and then slowly, he's gonna start going down at some point. I don't know, probably 15 years from now, he'll start going down.
I hope not. I really hope. I'm hoping not.
You get what I'm saying, though, right?
I know, and that's what I'm scared is gonna happen.
Yeah, okay, that's all I need.
I'm scared he's gonna go to Tampa Bay, and all of a sudden you're gonna see 40 touchdown passes, and I don't think so. I think he is older.
All I needed to know that I have real estate right between those glasses, dude. That's all I need to know.
Maybe not. It's an interesting thought to throw out there, but John, are you watching TV right now?
Maybe.
Because the audio keeps coming through the chat, and I can see it off your glasses. Turn the TV off.
It's muted.
Turn the TV off. Ridiculous. We're doing a podcast. This guy, what are you watching? Share it with the class. What are you watching?
He's watching porn on the big screen, dude.
Yeah, bro. Just up and No, I was watching Tampa Bay highlights.
Of course you were. This guy. Oh my God! I just can't. I'm not excited. This is the first time in my life, actually, I've never been excited for football. I'm not looking forward to the season to start. I don't want it to start. And it's not about the Patriots being a bad team.
But Tasso, the thing is, that's a crazy thing because I saw it on Twitter too, dude. The way you reacted about it, and because dude, people have been living like this their whole lives, and just because this is the first season that you're not sure the Pats are going to be good, dude. That's why people are hating on you because you're not accepting the fact the Pats won't be bad.
Exactly.
That's not me. That's not me. I'm actually going Patriots. I'm the only. No, John, set him straight.
No, there's a fine line between accepting a tank and then being a goddamn crybaby. Todd's like, we're gonna suck. They're sailing in 7-9, which is right. The way you're putting it out there.
Yeah, but I'm not complaining about. I'm not mad about tank, John. On our Madden games, I've been telling you, I want the Patriots to tank and lose.
No, you say that, Todd. So you're saying that in goddamn April. When it's September and your team's getting killed, say it then.
I will. I don't want to win this season, John. I don't want to win. I want to go 0-16.
You say that.
I want to go 0-16. I think Bill Belichick would be the most fun coach to go 0-16.
Dude, he would.
Logan.
If he went 0-16, bro, he would lose his dude. Someone would have to put him on suicide watch, dude, because he would not.
It wouldn't happen. It's not possible.
Yeah. What are you saying, John?
This dude doesn't, because you don't know, Tosses. You've never seen your team lose week by week on Sundays. I have, dude.
Lose, and I've seen the Red Sox
lose.
lose.
John, dude, it's Raider Nation, baby. Trust me. John knows what it's like. Yeah, John knows what it's like.
I lived this shit for 21 years. You don't understand.
Take it from him.
Listen, that's not why I'm upset. And that's why I think people don't understand. They're like, oh, this guy, he wants to not watch football because the Patriots are going to be bad. I don't care. I don't want to see my favorite players ever playing in a different uniform, having success on a different team. I can't.
So what? I can't watch football anymore because Khalil Mack's a Bear?
I mean, that's different.
It's not different.
He was in Oakland for a second, and he did nothing.
He was in Oakland for the first 5 years of his career.
Tom Brady was a Patriot for the first 20 years, and he won 6 Super Bowls.
They traded Mack in his prime.
You did, Tasso.
And I did not cry about it for half as long as you did.
I'm not crying, but it's so different. It's so different, John.
No,
it's not.
Did Khalil Mack win? How many Super Bowls did he have? Did he have 1? No. 2? No. 3? No. 4? No. 5? No. 6? No. He didn't win 6. Brady did.
It doesn't matter.
Gronk won 3.
The accolades don't matter.
Yes, they do, John. You have a more personal connection with the guy when he spends an entire career and wins championships. You
have a personal connection. He left you cold turkey.
You've never won a championship.
Cold turkey, Tasso.
He said, all these fans, all this franchise, fuck it. We're going to the Tampa Bay, baby.
We're going where there's no income tax on a house or no house tax, dude. That's what he said.
Listen.
Also, I'm living in Tampa Bay.
At the end of the day, this is my team right here. This is who I'm rooting for right here. I'm a Patriots fan always, and I'm going to root for them even when they're losing. But people somehow took my comments as I'm not rooting for the Patriots. And you know what? Patriots fans have never been so divided before. We're at all-out war. We're divided.
We're at all-out war with Utah. So
yeah, and you know what? I'm ready for it. I'm sticking with the Patriot mentality. It's us against the world.
No.
I'm sticking with
dude. He just makes you want to deck him every day, dude.
Yeah, dude. I don't think Tasso. I don't think you're just getting it, dude. That's what I think it is.
What is there to get?
You're like on top of the world right now, even though you're not. Like you're like, oh yeah, we're gonna tank. It's gonna be so good. What happens when you're like 0-6, dude? Like, yeah,
that's a better draft pick for us. That's a step closer to either Trevor or Justin.
If the Pats start off 0-6, Tasso is gonna be off of Twitter because Tasso gets so much hate mail on Twitter too. Like so many hate tweets at him, dude. Just like, oh, what's going on, huh? You were talking mad shit last year, but now what?
Tasso, I love how you're thinking this might only be a 1-year thing. Who says this isn't a multi-year rebuild?
Tasso, it's going to be the long haul, dude.
I mean, shit. Listen, the Raiders have been rebuilding since 2000. Shit, it's still not over.
Listen, but there's still Robert Kraft and it's still Bill Belichick. As long as those two are still running the franchise, I feel safe for the future.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tasso,
you feel safe for the future.
I just got a text from a call from Adam Schefter, bro, and he said Kraft is retiring.
Yeah, okay.
He said Kraft stepping down.
Listen, I got Kraft on speed dial right here. Okay, we're good to go.
Tasso,
was that a beeper?
The last time they butt heads, you could have had Jimmy G under center right now, and old man Brady out in the other side of the bay. So,
dude,
I
think Bill Belichick's still pissed about that. I think he wishes.
Yeah, I would be too. I would be too. So now your future's gone. And your present's gone, and what's left?
No. All right, you want a hot take? You want a hot take right now? I want a fire take. I think this move is better for the future of the Patriots. Brady and Gronk leaving is better for the future of New England. And here's why.
Obviously.
No, I think that Kraft and Belichick haven't been on the same page because of Brady. Brady's that guy in the middle that made them fight with each other. Now that Brady's gone, they even reported today, Kraft and Belichick, they used to be like this. Now they're like this. They're one mind now. They're on the same page. I'm excited. Bill's got full control. He doesn't have to hold back. There's no Tom Brady.
How was that a hot take, bro? Everybody understands that.
He literally just said what everyone knew.
That was
dude, we were all thinking it. You just said it out loud, bro. Obviously, that makes the most sense, bro. This is better for their future when you have two aging stars leaving.
The difference is you were thinking it. I said it.
No, dude. What's that, dude? You're acting like we're arguing against you right now, bro. We're with you 100%.
Yeah. So you're not going to root for Tampa Bay this year?
I'm going to root for Tampa Bay. I like watching good football, just like I like watching good basketball. Just like I don't like watching baseball. It's like that, dude. Until it's the playoffs.
All right, settle this for me at least. Do you think there's something wrong with the Pats fans buying Bucks jerseys?
No.
It's the same thing with that.
The man with you 6 rings, support him.
I will, and you know what? If I want to support Tom Brady, I'm going to go grab my Tom Brady jersey, Patriot style, from upstairs.
Yeah, so why not?
Because I'm not. He's in Tampa Bay. He's not a Patriot. I'm not rooting for him.
How can you say he's not a Patriot, dude?
Not right now.
Rings. He's going to retire in New England. You know he's going to
retire. I know that. And when he retires in New England, the love will come back. But right now, I don't love him now.
Oh, you can. There's no half-ass. It's got to be love all the way.
It's like I broke up. Listen, it's like a relationship.
You sound like such a chick right now, Toss.
It's like a relationship.
You're a goddamn woman, bro.
A little Colin Coward moment right here. But Colin.
Let's hear it. What about it?
No, I'm just saying, it's like a relationship. Sometimes you got to let it go and to come back later. So, you know what? Right now, we're taking a break from each other. We broke up, but you know what? In a couple of years' time, maybe we grow a little older, a little wiser, come back together, and we remember the good times. That's me.
So you look like a backwards hat kind of guy.
A backwards hat kind of guy? That's you.
That's what you look like.
You're the ultimate backwards hat kind of guy.
I am. I can't not deny it.
But
let's hop into the draft real quick so we can talk about the documentary after.
Yeah. So tomorrow.
So final takes. Tasso is not watching anything about the Bucs, talking about the Bucs at all, tweeting about the Bucs at all. No relationship with anything about the Bucs at all. Period. End in point.
Mm-hmm.
Me and John are gonna watch good football. So the Bucs are good football, so we're probably going to tune into there. I'm still going to be a Pats fan, but I'm still probably going to watch Gronk. Yeah, right, Tassa? You call him Gronk today, right?
Brady Gronk, yeah, Gronk.
Yeah, I'm going to watch Gronk down in Tampa Bay just tear it up, dude, because I'm excited to watch those two back together because they haven't been together in what?
You're going to hit Brady Breeze twice a year. I just got to throw that in there.
Yeah, honestly, dude, like it's Tasso. It's fine, dude. It's gonna be a fun season. It's gonna be fun to watch you have it's gonna be fun for us Pats fans to actually realize what other teams have been going through for the past 20, 30 years, dude. Instead of us just winning all the time.
It's not fun.
It's not fun, but I'm saying it's gonna it's like us kind of tasting. What's that saying with the pudding? Like
you gotta get humbled.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's just say that you gotta get we gotta get humbled, Tasso.
Especially Tasso. He needs it. He needs a good kick.
Yeah,
especially
fucking Tasso. That's why it's bad play because he do. Tasso. The thing is, Tasso knew this day was coming, but he didn't know it was gonna just come like sudden like that, dude. He had no idea it was gonna be this.
Tasso's the day of reckoning. He's here.
Yeah. Tasso had no idea.
I've been through a rebuild before. Listen, I'm prepared for this.
Not the you haven't been through a Patriots rebuild, dude.
You've never seen the Patriots rebuild. What do you think?
This is just like I felt the same emotions when KG and Pierce were traded to Brooklyn back in 2013. It hurt like hell, but you know what?
Yep.
Got through it, and we got
better. But those Celtics teams are fun to watch, though.
Yeah.
You tell me the Pats can be fun to watch next year, Todd. So those Celtics teams at least were fun to watch and shit like that.
As long as Bill Belichick's the coach, it's going to be fun to watch. Even when they're losing.
Oh, yeah, you get to see another dick and dunk quarterback. Would it not be Brady?
This is coming from the guy. Have you been in a rebuild since 2000? Didn't you say that earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah. How's that going?
You're about to find out.
You're about to find out, Tasso.
All right, let's use that as a segue into the NFL draft. So we're recording this Wednesday night. NFL draft starts tomorrow night. First time ever a virtual draft. Let me be the first to say, John, I'm very upset the draft's not going to be in Vegas anymore because it looked cool.
Me too.
It looked like it was going to be. They had it on a boat basically. They were going to have the draft.
Yeah, that was out of pocket. That was out of pocket, dude. That was taking way too long.
I thought
the draft takes long as it is, dude. Your talent that would take so much more time, dude.
It would.
Hell yeah, more draft.
Cool. It would look cool. But so draft tomorrow, a big night for all of us this year, actually, because for the first time ever, New England really needs to hit home runs in this draft. But no team needs to hit more home runs like the Raiders.
No, they're not.
You guys need to have a good draft because this is.
They're closer than you think. They had a great draft class last year.
They did. They did last year.
Don't the Raiders have a shit ton of picks this year too?
No, just two in the first.
No, the Dolphins have it. The Dolphins have a lot, right?
This is a big draft for a couple of teams. Miami especially. Miami has 3 first-round picks.
Especially because Miami or Florida's team was Miami, but now you got the Bucs, you got Tampa Bay, who they got now. I won't say their names. I would say they got Tampa Bay with who they got now, and then now Miami do they got to hit home here. They got to hit a home run.
I think Miami's in a better situation than Tampa Bay.
Give it a rest.
For the future, I mean, Miami's set up for the future.
But no, the Dolphins aren't trying to go for the future. I mean, the Bucs aren't going for the future. The Bucs want to win now.
I'm just saying, and when you look 10 years back, what's going to be more and better? I think the Dolphins are in a better state than the Bucs. Better situation. I'd rather have the Dolphins situation than the Buccaneers situation.
Yeah, because even when Brady goes, you still got Godwin, O.J. Howard. I mean, there's still good pieces there. That's a good defense.
O.J. Howard's not going to be there past draft night. I'm sorry to break that to you, but
you think you're going to trade him for what?
They're not. I know they're not keeping him, John. I know they're not keeping him.
What do you give the Bucs that you already haven't given?
A draft.
Edelman.
A draft pick.
Which one?
Throw him a 5th rounder.
I hope you were fucking kidding, Tasso. I hope you were kidding, dude.
Not. I was very honest with that when I said that.
Back up. So you're telling me how you need to hit on all these home runs on draft night, and you want to give up. You think you're going to give up a 5th rounder for a tight end?
Yeah.
No.
Listen, I don't know what's going to take to get O.J. Howard. It's not going to be a lot.
So who's going number 1? Burrow?
Joe Burrow has to be. If the Bengals don't take Joe Burrow, they are the stupidest franchise of all time, which makes me think they might actually do it. They might actually trade the pick.
I think he's going to He's going to be the savior, dude, I think.
I think so, too. I'm a big Burrow guy. He won me a lot of money on the national championship game betting on him. I actually have a Joe Burrow jersey, LSU jersey. I'll wear it tomorrow. I'm just saying, if Bengals, just make the right choice, dude. Guys, just don't don't trade the pick. Don't. I'm hearing like the Dolphins want Joe now. They're trying to trade up, and the Bengals no longer like they're not sold on Joe. Some people like if they don't draft Joe Burrow, the kid's from Ohio. It's a hometown team. Like if you don't, he was served up on a platter. Guy literally was like, "Here, I feel so bad for the Cincinnati Bengals. Here is literally the perfect player for your team."
I don't know. I think Burrow belongs in Vegas.
Tasso.
God, Vegas. Yes.
Tasso. Who else was a hometown hero from Cleveland?
Say his name, Tasso.
Tasso, we've been good on this. You've been giving him credit where credit's due. Come on, you've been good on this. What team needed a savior just like the number one pick, homegrown, hometown hero? Like, come on, let's hear it.
Was Anthony Bennett from Cleveland?
He's from Canada. Actually, I think no. Wiggins is from Canada. I don't know where Bennett's from, but come on, Tasso, let's say it. Say it so we can, Tasso. Just say it so we can move on, dude.
Can you give me a hint?
You hate his goddamn guts, Tasso.
You hate his guts. Yeah, you hate his guts. You give him no credit where credit's due.
Is Jared Dudley from Cleveland?
He was in the first overall pick.
Oh, I got it. Jim Brown.
Boo.
No, I said basketball. Tasso.
Oh, basketball?
Yeah. Just say it,
I
dude.
got nothing for you.
Yeah,
He's such a
goddamn
goddamn bitch.
All right, so who goes number 2 then?
I think Washington has the pick. So this is 2, 3, 4 where it gets a little crazy. I think if we're going to see a trade, that's where it's going to happen. Most likely is that 2, 3, 4. You know only assholes eat apples on camera, right?
So I didn't see him eat an apple, so like I'm just staring at you. I'm like, what? I'm not eating an apple.
No, the bad guy.
I'm muted. I mute myself. Dude. I'm smart.
No, it's not. No, it's not that. I mean, like in movies, the bad guy always eats an apple.
Why do you think I grabbed an apple, Tasso?
So then he knew it.
Because I'm a backwards hat type of guy.
Oh my God, exactly, backwards hat type of guy. But I think if we're going to see a trade, it's going to happen in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th pick, because that's where you're going to see a team trade up to possibly get Tua, possibly take. I think Chase Young is the obvious number 2 pick, right, John?
Not obvious, but yeah, I think it should be.
I mean, Washington. The thing with Washington is you could say, look, they could take Tua, but they just spent a 1st-round pick last year on Dwayne Haskins.
It wouldn't be the weirdest thing to go on.
I think they'll probably give Haskins another year at least before they decide to take another quarterback. You think the Raiders are going to trade up for Tua?
No.
It's not worth it to me, the draft capital you'd have to give up.
I don't believe in trading up for a quarterback unless he's 100%. Like the Chiefs trading up for Mahomes, I agree with that.
Or the Eagles trading up for Carson Wentz.
Like those two, yeah. Like
backwards hat kind of guy. There he is.
Yeah.
No, put it back. Oh, there. Hey.
I'm just letting you know I got the Florida on. So
I like it.
You couldn't tell by the but I wish it was Tampa, but like, I don't have any Tampa gear yet. It hasn't come in yet.
I hope you don't. But I think Chase Young's the obvious pick. I just don't. Yeah, I agree with you, John. I think unless you 1,000% believe that a quarterback is like the guy, I wouldn't trade up for him.
And that Chase Young's a monster.
Yeah, he really is. He honestly might be the best player in the draft. He might be the true number 1.
Raw talent, I think he's the best.
Yeah. I just think the Bengals just need a quarterback so badly. Like, they need – I mean, Chase Young would fit in Cincinnati too, but –
Then they're still screwed on.
Joe Burrow's just like the perfect – it just served on a platter to him. Well, I think Chase Young goes 2. I think Detroit – so my theory was that I threw this out on Twitter. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm just throwing out a hypothetical. Detroit might trade the 3rd.
So obviously it's not going to happen.
Detroit might trade the 3rd pick to New England.
For what?
For Tua. So the Patriots could take Tua.
Why would?
Oh no!
I'm just throwing it up there.
Oh no!
I'm just throwing it. Listen, I've been reading up the sources. I've been reading up on people's stories, and they said that Patriots and Detroit have been talking a little bit. The Lions don't want the 3rd pick. Patriots need a quarterback.
Yeah, Tasso, I just got off the phone with Scheffner. He said there's no fucking shot that's going to happen.
You don't even know you said Scheffner, so that makes me think you didn't have the right number.
Sorry, I almost said something really bad. I had to stop myself. I'm going to mute myself right now.
Yo, you think Belichick trades up?
No, listen, I don't think it's going to happen. I said that. I started by saying that. I'm just saying, what would you do if you saw New England trade for the 3rd pick? It took Tua.
Well, then it would obviously be Tua.
I'd go crazy. I'd lose my mind if they took Tua. I'd be like, all right, we're back on track, baby. We're back. But that's not going to happen.
Tua isn't a Belichick quarterback, though.
Listen, I think this might be the draft where the least amount of surprises happen. I might be wrong. I think Tua is definitely going to Miami. I think Joe's definitely going to Cincinnati. I think Chase is going to Washington. I think Jeff Okudah from Ohio State, I think he's probably going to the Lions. Like, I think it's a pretty –
Jalen Hurts comes out next year, right?
No, this year.
No, Jalen Hurts this year.
That's who John wants in Las Vegas.
I think that's a fire move. He's a good guy.
I think New England has a 23rd pick. I don't know if we should take a quarterback. It all depends who's available.
Yeah, obviously. Tasso, you act like you're saying that like you're a smart dude. Obviously, it all depends on who's there, dude.
If you let me finish, I was going to say it all depends if Jordan Love is available. Because I think if we are going to take a quarterback, that's the guy we take is Jordan Love.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's what I think. That's what I meant, Logan, is like if he's not available, I don't take a quarterback in the first round. I wait until drop Jalen.
You know who I wouldn't agree with, but it would be a Patriot move, is to take Jake Fromm in day 2.
I can see that happening also. I don't love it because he's choked in big game situations with Georgia, but I mean,
if there's anyone that can beat wins out of him like alchemy, it's goddamn Belichick.
Honestly, he's not wrong.
Not wrong at all. So John, this is a big one for the Raiders, like we said. Who are the Raiders going with? What are the Raiders doing? Give us a little insight. What's Gruden been telling you when you have these little conversations with Johnny? What's been going on?
I'm pretty sure they're going CeeDee Lamb at 12.
Do you like that pick?
I love that pick.
Is he? So, do you think he's the best receiver in this draft class? If you could have any receiver, who would it be?
Judy.
I agree. Just from playing Madden and drafting him every time, he turns into a 99 overall. I know. Jerry is solid. I base all my things off Madden.
If we base all our things off Madden, I want Oakland to. I want Vegas, Las Vegas. I want Vegas to take Eason with their 12th pick.
Why? He chokes in big game situations.
He's a 97 overall quarterback.
Are you comfortable saying that yet, Vegas? Like, are you comfortable?
No, but
I just saw it slip. You just said Oakland.
Yeah, because I'm so used to it. But like,
how long is it going to take you to start to take the Oakland part out of your head?
Half the season.
Half the season, John. I think
I won't say Vegas. I won't say Vegas.
I just say Raider Nation. That's what I say. I say Raider Nation.
I won't say Vegas. I'll say Sin City because it sounds awesome.
Sin City. That's
yeah, it does sound good. And the jerseys.
Off topic real quick, dude. The Chargers new jerseys.
Yeah.
Flames.
I might have to buy one. I might get a Joey Bosa one. Just because it looks so sick. It looks so sick. That's the other thing on the Patriots. This is what I mean. The Patriots keep hitting me, right? They just keep hitting me. The uniforms suck. They're so bad.
Yeah.
They're pretty bad.
They're so bad. I mean, they're not. They're not like.
When Brady wears it, though, when Brady was wearing jerseys for the Pats, it's like, oh my god, dude, like look how good he looks in it. And then now he's gone. It's like, oh, dude, these jerseys.
He sees Stidham and he goes, oh shit.
Well, that's the thing. The Patriots jerseys. It's not like It's not like they were ever great to begin with. They were great because when you see those jerseys, you know, it's like Star Wars. When you see the Evil Empire, it's like, uh-oh, here they come. That's the Patriots. When they wore those jerseys, you know you're about to get beat. Now you take away that part of it, and they're just shitty jerseys. I wish they brought the red back with Pat Patriot with the white helmets. That was just
not a bad look.
A lot of people wanted it. I don't even need the Pat Patriot. Just give me white helmets. Give me the red jerseys. But they decided, nope, I'm not doing that. So, unfortunately, we have the worst uniforms in the league next to Cleveland. Cleveland's the worst. And then it's
Cleveland always has the shittiest jersey.
The orange and brown is the worst. But the Chargers, sick. I mean, you could not get better jerseys. Plain and simple. But all right, John. Any other things in the draft you want to bring up?
I mean, the Raiders' second pick.
That's right. You have 2 first-rounders.
That's where it gets a little fuzzy for me. Because I think they'll go corner. I don't know what they'll do there though. Okudah will be gone there.
Yeah, unless you trade up for him, there's no way you're getting Okudah.
Unless they went like this. Unless they took like Okudah or Simmons with their 12th and then took Ruggs with the 19th.
But Okudah's not going to last to 12, dude. I don't think it's that. I think he's a top 5 pick.
Oh, really?
I think every mock draft has him going 3 to Detroit.
I don't know. But corners find a way to fall. They always do.
Yeah, but he's like the clear-cut number 1 corner in this draft. So I don't know. Maybe you never know. Hey, listen. If you ever watch the movie Draft Day,
Another thing is, they might trade back.
The Raiders might trade back?
Yeah, they do that a lot.
We'll see. I mean, I don't know. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. You definitely need a receiver. I think you definitely need to give. So that's the other thing. Is this Derek's last stand? Is this it for Derek Carr?
Of course it is. They saw in Mariota.
Well, you want Jalen Hurts. You've been telling me that a lot. I want Jalen Hurts in New England. I think a lot of people think he's the sleeper of this draft. Do you think the Raiders take a quarterback? Maybe Jalen Hurts, maybe Jacob Eason at some point?
They'll take a quarterback somewhere.
How soon do you predict?
Round 3.
I think New England 100% takes a quarterback in the first 3 rounds.
They don't have a second. They don't have a second rounder this year.
So New England?
Raiders.
Well, New England doesn't have one either. But yeah, I think the Patriots on with it by Friday night, New England will have drafted a quarterback.
Yeah,
100%.
I hope it's either Jalen Hurts or Jordan Love.
Imagine Eason after our Madden franchise toss. So imagine Eason goes to fuck. I almost did it again. Goes to Vegas.
Vegas, there you go.
It's gonna take me a while.
It'd be crazy. Like I said, I'm excited. I'm excited for live sports. I mean, I know it's a lot of sports, but like live new stuff to talk about, new stuff to follow. How weird do you think? Like, do you think there's gonna be a lot of mess ups with this draft? Because it's all virtual. It's all Wi-Fi. So I mean, you see how Wi-Fi crashes.
Somebody's gonna get hacked, dude. Somebody's gonna get hacked. And if anything, it's gonna be the Pats, because there are a bunch of dinosaurs there.
No, I think it's gonna be a dysfunctional team. It's gonna be like Cincinnati. Like they'll go to send the pick in through text, and then all of a sudden
Rounds.
it's like
They'll
someone
probably
rounds
video.
too.
No, it won't be like that.
autocorrect
It'll be
or
done through
something.
video.
Still, they'll find a way to, like, when they're talking, to all of a sudden you hear the voice like distort. All of a sudden it's gonna say like Jordan Love #1 overall, and it's like, oh. I don't know. I think something's gonna happen. Something bad's gonna. So one of these teams, their Wi-Fi is gonna give out, or something's gonna happen, and all of a sudden the draft's gonna be on pause.
It'll be the Patriots.
That's probably exactly what's gonna happen.
It'll be the Patriots pick.
Do you feel bad for the players? Like the fact that the
100%, yeah, dude, 100%. I mean, they're still getting drafted. Don't get me wrong, dude. But like, you're telling me, like, if you were like a top college athlete, dude, you don't want to walk the stage, dude. Hear your name
it's like all
called.
the kids right now for graduation with coronavirus. Like all the hard work they put in, can't even go to graduation. I can't go to my graduation. My graduation got canceled.
On top of that, if you're a college basketball player, your one shot at March Madness is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's where Curry made his name in March Madness, dude. Bunch of players make big plays in March Madness.
Yeah, that's just gone. Well, that's what I mean. It just sucks. Like the fact, like obviously the later rounds, they never go to the draft anyways. There's no walk up to the podium. But those first couple picks, like Joe Burrow not being able, it just sucks. It just sucks. I feel bad for the players. Like I'm gonna miss seeing Goodell get booed. Like that's the other thing. Goodell saves himself.
That's a big one. That is a big one.
He saves himself. He can't get booed unless the GMs boo him, which I'm sure somebody would do it. I'm sure somebody who has I can see Jerry Jones. I can see Jerry Jones throwing a little boo in there.
100% Jerry Jones, though.
I could see it. But all right, let's move on.
Ballpark can do it.
We're gonna talk about the draft after the draft, so we'll review all the picks and stuff. But I know John hasn't seen it yet.
One sec, Tasso. One sec. What's your surprise? What's your shocker? What's your take on a shocker? The first top 10.
Top 10.
Top 10.
To me, the only thing that would shock me is, like I said, those number 2, 3, 4 picks. Someone trades up to take Tua from Miami, because now they're saying Miami might trade up to avoid that happening. Miami's scared. I think Miami's scared that Tua is going to get taken, because now they're talking about trading the number 3. So that would be the craziest thing, is like if somebody, I don't know who, maybe New England, trades up to number 3 and they take Tua over Miami. That would be great. For Miami, I don't think it's the end of the world, because they could take Justin Herbert, who's another good quarterback.
That's another one. That's another one. If the Patriots were going to move up, I'd say move up a few picks and do it that way.
Yeah, I almost think he's a lock for the Chargers, though.
There's talk that Tua might fall in their laps.
We'll see. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. But all right, moving on. We're gonna review all this draft stuff. We'll talk more about the draft in the next episode when we review it all. But I know John hasn't watched it. But Sunday night was the most exciting night sports-wise we've had in over a month.
I don't know why I haven't watched it yet.
Tasso, biggest takeaway.
For you?
Out of everything.
Or for
No,
me?
in the doc, what's your biggest takeaway? I'll tell you mine.
My biggest takeaway is like I never listen. I wasn't alive during then, so I was alive, but so I didn't experience all that stuff. And I knew that last year there was a lot of drama. I knew there was a lot of like inside the building. There wasn't always like friendly between the Bulls and the management. I didn't know how bad it was and how hated Jerry Krause was in that locker room. Like I didn't know all this stuff. That's my favorite part about this documentary is looking into the locker room and kind of figuring this stuff out, finding out like, yeah, that last season in Chicago, it was a train wreck in that locker room.
So if you read books, dude, you know that because I read a document, like not an autobiography. Well, which one's the one where I don't know books? I just read sport books. Which one's the one where the author isn't the person that it's about?
It's just a biography.
Yeah, I read a biograph on Jordan, dude. When I was in AIT, and dude, I knew like, dude, I'm just waiting for the gambling stuff to come out about Jordan because like that's a big one that like people forget about. No, I'm not shitting on him because dude, you're on top of the world. Obviously, he's so competitive, which I respect the hell out of him for. But my biggest takeaway was that Jordan does not win without Pippen.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. And Pippen and no, hold on, I'm not done yet. Let me finish my take. And Pippen was insanely underpaid.
That was
insanely.
I think that was one of the craziest things of the whole documentary.
But the thing is, when you're a young kid, I get that 100%. Like he was trying to take care of his family, which is great. But dude, somebody had to have told him, like, bro, 18 mil over 7 years, bro. Like that's not what you want. Like, and I don't think anybody. Yeah, exactly, dude. He was what, the 126th highest paid player when he was they said he was the second best player in the league at one point.
In '97, when they had come off their 5th championship. We're talking about a 5-time NBA champion, a superstar,
making like one.
There were guys like Tony Kukoc who were making like double what he was making.
Exactly.
And to me, that and Jerry Krause, I should have rephrased it. That and Jerry Krause were probably the two things that were like the most shocking. It was like how the team traded Jerry Krause and how Scottie Pippen was so unbelievably
underappreciated. I don't know if he was underappreciated. I think he was just underpaid.
Maybe a little bit underappreciated because I think they even said in the documentary that Scottie got a little bit jealous, which completely understandable. I mean, yeah, everyone gave Jordan all the credit for that whole run. And Pippen gets some credit, obviously, but nowhere near the credit that Jordan gets.
Yeah, even what Pippen deserved either, dude.
Yeah, when you think Bulls, you think MJ, which and it should be you think MJ and Pippen. The problem is you think MJ, and then afterwards you're like, okay, and also Scottie Pippen. It should be MJ said it himself.
You tell me Bulls, I think Jordan, Jackson, Pippen.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Jordan said it himself in the documentary. When you talk about Michael Jordan, you have to say Scottie Pippen.
I
completely agree.
Because he knows, bro. That was my biggest thing too. Like, yeah, like he broke his foot year 2. I knew about that. I didn't know that was what he got his minute restrictions came up, and then he dropped 49 and 63. That I did not know. Yeah. I knew he had those performances. I didn't know it was literally those were his first 2 games back without limit restrictions.
That's crazy.
And going off of like his killer mentality too, and like when he's like, yeah, like I'm good to play. He's like Jordan is like, there's 9 out of 10 times. 9 out of 10 times you're good to go. But what if I told you, I'll give you 10 pills? I'm like, you need to take one, but out of those not 10 pills, one of these could kill you instantly. And then Jordan was like, well, how bad is a headache, bro? Like that's what I appreciate because I'm like, that's a killer instinct.
That to me is like if you need one quote, one thing to describe Michael Jordan, right there. That's number one. It's the most badass thing I've ever heard. One of the most badass things I've ever heard. Like that's just typical Jordan. But yeah, that's awesome. I think the other one, to me, one thing that always like when we talk about the all-time greats, to me, when you hear another all-time great talk about another all-time great, that's when like it's validation for like the GOAT argument, I guess. Hearing Larry Bird say that Michael Jordan was God in disguise, what bigger compliment can you give a guy?
Yeah, that's true. I can give you that.
I mean, Larry Bird is a top 10 all-time player in my opinion. In a lot of people's opinions, I think he probably hits that list. And he literally said Michael Jordan, like after playing him in his second year, this isn't like talking about Michael Jordan his entire career in a nutshell. He said this after his year 2. He said that's God in disguise. Like that's a guy a 23-year-old kid.
He said that.
Larry Bird said that after he dropped 63 on him in the playoffs.
Damn.
So I mean, I am not trying to shit on LeBron here, but I haven't heard anyone talk about LeBron like that.
Because LeBron's the devil.
You're right.
But his career's not even over yet, Tasso.
I just said, but Larry Bird was talking about MJ in year 2.
LeBron's not here to be he's not here to be praised. He's here to take souls.
Bro, people are saying right now, like, there's no way that somebody could be in year 17 doing what he's doing.
Immortal Tasso.
Did you get goosebumps watching this thing at all, though? To me, I did.
Obviously.
Watching the Jordan highlights and just I got goosebumps. And I don't get that when I watch LeBron.
I think it was more.
You hate LeBron.
But you despise LeBron, so it's like that doesn't count. I'm saying for me though, it was like being able to like watch it. Like I like how they're doing it too. We talked about this, how they're doing it like from say the first month of the season, and then going back to his rookie year.
Yeah.
Second month of the season, his second year. Like I think the next episode is gonna be talking about the bad boy. I think one episode is dedicated to Rodman, and the other one's like him going through the bad boy Pistons and stuff like that.
So yeah, we talked about this earlier on the phone. That's the same thing. I love the format of it because I actually when they announced the documentary, I actually wanted some background stuff. Like I knew the main part of the documentary was focused on the 97-98 Bulls, but I wanted some like acknowledgement of the last like 15 years of Jordan's career in the Bulls dynasty. So I'm happy. I love the format. Every episode they're focusing on so the first episode was pretty much all Michael Jordan. The second episode was a lot more Scottie Pippen focused. I think the third episode is going to be more Rodman, and then the fourth episode will be the Pistons and the Bad Boys, how that affected them. Like I said on the phone, it's like half the episode is the past, building up to now, and the other half of the episode is the 97-98 team. I love the format. You kind of need to tell that backstory to fully appreciate
it.
Where you get.
Yeah. No, they're doing it right, dude. They're doing it right, 100%, dude. Just like, but it's just fun to be able to talk about sports again. Obviously the Pippen thing was huge, but like being able to talk about sports again and stuff like, and we shouldn't be debating goats, dude. Like everybody's entitled to their own opinion. No two people are gonna have the right thing because everybody thinks differently.
Right.
But being able to
No,
you're taking away from everything right now. And what I'm trying to say is that people view like you didn't grow up on Jordan. I grew up on LeBron. You grew up on who? Scalabrine?
Yeah, mostly.
So you grew up on the
Celtics for a while. The back end of his career.
You grew up on the Celtics. I grew up on the Celtics too. But then once I was old enough to realize what LeBron was doing, this is just me. This isn't anything to do with you. This is just me. Once I like him, same thing with the Spurs too. Like I love team basketball. That's why I love the Spurs. If I had the Duncan jersey. But with LeBron, when I first started watching him play like in 2010, I was like, that's like, how is he able to do this? How is he able to just drive and just jump? He jumped over he postered KG. And they were like, I just remember that happening. I'm just like, holy crap! I couldn't believe it. I was just like, that's what. When I was at that point, I was like, okay, that's somebody I got to keep an eye on because I'm gonna miss him when he's gone. And I was like 11 years old at that time, just realizing sports for the first time.
Wise kid.
How wise beyond my years, dude.
Trying to think what else. I don't like how it's only 2 weeks though. I kind of want more. Like I hate that we have to wait a week for the next one. I just want to watch
it.
Huh?
What's that?
The anticipation's playing into it.
No, yeah, that too, dude. Those were the quickest 2 hours of my life, bro.
Mm-hmm. When it was over, I was literally sitting there like, all right, let's go. Where's the next thing? And it's like, yeah, no, you got to wait until next week.
I might go watch the first one after this.
You're gonna have to, dude. The commercials. The first commercial dicked my mind so hard. I was so confused on what was going on.
What was the first one?
When the first commercial when it was announcers back in the day and like they voice dubbed them.
Oh yeah,
like this happened in '97. Pippen's holding out. It's like, man, something crazy is gonna happen like in the year 2020 where like they make a documentary about this or something like that. And I was just like,
I was confused too. I was like, is this part of the documentary? Is this part of the thing?
Yeah.
And they're talking about 2020. I'm like, what? Yeah, it was a little bit
weird. It was
a little bit weird. But I love it. I love that. And I said we talked on the phone for a while earlier. I said this on the phone with you earlier too. I love how it's kind of bringing everybody together. It's nice to kind of have everyone's like live tweeting it. Everyone's talking about it. It feels like we're watching a game together.
Exactly, because Everybody's glued to their TVs, dude. ESPN, I think ESPN said it's the highest rated documentary they've ever had of all time, or something like that. Which, I mean, obviously, it's gonna be.
Yeah. This makes me wish that there's more documentaries out there. Like this, seeing this, I want more stuff like this. And actually, I heard, I don't know if you saw this, they reported the Warriors. The Warriors, they actually requested last year, it's kind of the same situation where the locker room was a mess and everything. They requested to have a video crew, and Steve Kerr said no.
Because Steve Kerr knew what was going to happen, dude. He knew how fucking crazy it is behind the scenes, dude.
Well, that's the thing. Having someone like Steve Kerr, who was part of the Last Dance documentary, I don't think he wanted that stuff getting out. I don't think he wanted that attention around. But I hope we get more stuff like this because this is interesting. I love seeing stuff like this where you get that behind-the-scenes look of some of the greatest teams ever.
The thing is, my thing is, though, I wish – I mean, they three-peated, back-to-back, which I get. I respect that. But I wish they did, the 95-96 season. Where, that was the year that went 17-10. Everything just clicked. But, you knew there was shit behind the scenes. That's what I wish they had.
Listen, that's the beauty of it. There's still 8 episodes left. So we don't know there could still be a lot more new stuff we'll see. We don't know what else they'll explore. We'll see.
I tell you what, though. I did like how freaking all of a sudden, dude, I had no idea. I thought the Last Dance was the title they came up with. I had no idea that Phil Jackson came up with that the first day of practice. I had no clue. I
remember sitting there going oh, wait, it says The Last Dance on it. I'm like, that's what the documentary's called. Oh. But I love Phil Jackson. I know I'm not supposed to because the Laker thing, but I love Phil. I think he's the greatest coach of all time.
He's number 2. Or he's number – yeah.
Popovich. I respect. I mean, if you say Popovich is the best, I'm not going to sit here and hate on it. I just think, dude, it's crazy when you sit back and think about Phil Jackson, the run he had in the 90s and early 2000s. From 1990 to 2002, that 12-year stretch,
he won
9 championships in 12 years.
And the only reason why he didn't win 3 of them was because Jordan took a hiatus.
Is John sleeping?
I think John's sleeping, yeah. John's passed out.
No, I'm not.
John, I'm sitting here and we're talking. All of a sudden, I see the guy's eyes closed and he's like, I can hear a snore. This guy's well, that's going to be funny.
Is that really snoring? Shit. I said those.
You passed out. You were sleeping on the pot. This is going to be funny.
That's actually mad funny.
Oh, my God. Funny. I knew it. I'm looking at are his eyes closed or are they open?
Oh, let me sit up.
Yeah, we're about to end it, though. We got what we had to say.
Really? Okay. But because you guys are talking about the Jordan podcast, I haven't even seen it, so I'm off thinking about it, and I'm like,
that's mad.
But, yeah. Okay, last thing on the documentary, though. Do you feel any bad for Jerry Krause?
Yes and no.
No, dude.
There's a time and place, Toss, though. And if he kind of did harass Jordan for dumb long. He had the odds stacked against Jordan for a while. So obviously Jordan's gonna feel resentment for him.
I can put in for this too, even though I haven't seen it. If everything you're telling me about him is true, that dude's an idiot. Well, he was an idiot. He deserves everything.
Yeah, he was a dude. He was like, I don't know what the right word is.
A doofus?
Asshole?
Doofus, I guess. Doofus would be an okay one to use. That's the PG version of what I would say.
Yeah, I feel bad for him only because, and then I said this again. We had a long conversation on the phone earlier.
Well, yeah, you can't defend himself, dude. But also, you can see the way people talk about him is that's just not off of hatred, bro. Those stories happen. He screwed Sky.
Oh yeah, no, and I get it.
He screwed Michael Jordan over. He told Phil Jackson you can go 82-0 this year, and you're still not coming back, bro.
That's just stupid. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. I remember when we were watching, my eyes wide open. I'm like, did he just say that 82-0 and you're not coming back?
I looked at Griff and my dad. I was like, what? Stupid. I was so dumbfounded by it.
I think I feel bad for Jerry Krause because obviously he's not alive. He died in 2017, so he can't defend himself. But number 2, I actually wish he was part of the documentary because I want to hear his point of view. I think that would be very interesting to see what he says all these years later. But I've actually, after the documentary, I did some more research, and they never made up. Those feuds never were. Michael Jordan, even in his Hall of Fame speech, was taking shot. In 2009, was taking shot to Jerry Krause.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know. Jerry Krause was sitting in the stands. I don't know who invited him, but I didn't.
Damn.
They never made up. I mean, Phil Jackson, they hate each other. They still don't. I mean, to the day Jerry Krause died, I guess they never made up. I'm not saying Krause is like a victim. Obviously, Krause is really part of the problem. But at the same time, I feel bad. Like, I just wish he was there to defend himself a little bit, to give his point of view. I just feel bad that everyone's shitting on a dead guy.
Yeah, he just didn't handle, because bro, he didn't handle things right, bro. Like,
No.
when you have the best coach and the best player of all time, arguably, and you tell the coach, hey, like you could like I said, you could go 82-0, but guess what? You're not coming back to coach this team. Like, dude, that's just like, bro, like, what are you like? Your ego is that big that you're telling one of the greatest coaches of all time that. And you knew
that big.
I know, but you knew Phil Jackson had Jordan like a puppet because Jordan he made Michael Jordan.
That's what Jordan said. I'm not playing without Phil.
Who's the like? I mean, could we call Belichick or that's like okay? That's like saying no because he's just a GM. He's not the owner. Basically, well, the owner gave Krause full like power or whatever. I guess you could say that's basically Belichick and Brady like teaming up against Kraft, and Kraft's a douchebag, which he isn't, and Mr. Kraft's the best. But it's a situation like that. Or it's like Tim Duncan and Pop going up against management, and like, I mean, that would never happen in San Antonio, but it's like shit like that. It's like, it's like obviously the management should get respect because like obviously they put the team together, shit like that. But like, dude, at the end of the day, it's the players that are making you the money. It's the players doing this. It's the coach telling them what to do, the coach knowing the game, and shit like that pisses me off about it.
I mean, he had the famous quote where he said, "Organizations win championships, not the players, the coaches." And it's like, and then he's like tried to save himself.
And that's where the ego comes in, dude.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell he was a very egotistical guy. I think John can attest to this as being a short man himself. The guy was a short.
Oh, you ass!
The guy was a short guy. He was short. He was short his entire life. He's kind of bullied his entire life, kind of like John. And so, I mean, John, as a guy who has similar issues as Jerry Krause, how would you feel?
What, if I deserved it?
If you put the Bulls together, and then people are saying, well, Michael Jordan this and Phil Jackson that, and no one's saying John Ardell.
Yeah, but John doesn't have a personality like that, bro.
Yeah. I'm saying hypothetically.
Yeah, no, I know what you're trying to say, dude, but that's just not how that's going to work. Because Krause's ego is huge. John could just go out there at any given day and just be an angel. So
he's got a little man complex.
Bye, baby. You're not little, you dickhead.
Everybody's got fucking baggage, Tasso. All right. It's just how you carry.
Yeah, your baggage is your shit attitude.
Yeah.
Whoa, easy.
And your stupid bucket hat.
Listen, I wore it because I need a haircut. That's really the reason I wore the bucket hat. I need a haircut bad.
I'll give you a haircut.
Yeah, show him real quick. Yo, show him real quick before we go, Tasso. Before you sign out, let's see the hair real quick.
Oh boy.
I saw the beard. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
It looks like a wig, dude.
Huh?
It looks like a wig. It looks like a wig.
It's bad. Like I said, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I need a haircut badly, but listen, everyone's quarantined. That's just what's going on.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
But all right.
I can't believe it dozed off on the podcast. That's a first.
That is fun. That's a highlight.
Hey, in my defense, everybody listen, in my defense, this dude kept me up until midnight when I had to wake up at 4.
So me and John passed the time. We've been playing Madden franchises, and we're in a league where we're head coaches and we pick teams. And the thing is, John just wants to go to bed super early, but I stay up a little bit later. So
because I need sleep.
Listen.
Okay, hey, you guys don't have to play together, right?
No, we do. Well, it's a league.
Online. Yeah. So like you don't have to.
That's right. You can't advance the week though until everybody kind of like that.
No, you can. It just it's like a dick move to do that.
Yeah.
But
so we were finishing the season, and we were just finishing it. It got to be around midnight. I'm like, yo, I gotta be up in like 4 hours, bro. He goes, finish the season. I'm like, all right, but I'm gonna get a nap tomorrow, dude. And right when it was my goddamn nap time, Tassos gets on me. He goes, yo, I'm getting on. I'm like, fuck.
Real men don't need sleep.
But Tasso also goes to bed at like 4:30 because he's watching his Greek soap opera.
No, lately I've been going to bed like by 2:00. So I've changed my sleep schedule a little bit.
Still not healthy, dude. Still not healthy.
I go to bed at 2, wake up at like 8:30, 9:00.
It's not healthy.
Yeah, the only reason I'm out so early is because I got to go to work at 4.
Yeah, because you're a real man. That's why.
Yeah, Tasso.
That's what time real men wake up at, Tasso.
Yeah, Tasso.
I don't want to ask Logan because he's gonna come at me with this. I wake up at 3:30 every morning and run 10 miles. It's my morning. That's just me. That's my soldier routine.
Yeah, but no cap. So guess what time I woke up this morning? I checked my phone.
3:15.
3:35.
Ooh.
5 minutes past my wake up. No, I haven't been waking up early like that since the quarantine. But like I woke up at 3:30. And I legit had flashbacks. I was like, why am I doing this right to myself right now? And I legit watched River Monsters for 4 hours before I decided to actually get out of bed.
Attaboy.
Because Jeremy Wade's one of my heroes. He's up there with Braun and Tim Duncan. I put Jeremy Wade up on that level.
Oh my god. All right, guys. This actually came out pretty. I'm actually excited to use Zoom from now on. We actually have some video.
Yeah, I'm hyped too, dude. And we could even now, dude, we could get we can invite our friends and stuff like that, and they can hop on Zoom.
It makes it easy.
Yeah.
But, all right. This is the first Zoom episode of the Train Stop Podcast. We're back after a brief hiatus.
Back in
Have a new name.
Huh?
Have a new name.
No, you until it's proven otherwise, you're the curse.
Can it be something neater than that, but still be the curse? Can it be can it be the affliction or something like that?
I like the
little
affliction.
man.
The affliction good. The affliction's a good one.
The little man.
You should be the Greek bastard then if he's the little man.
No. I don't mind the Greek bastard. I don't mind that. It actually sounds pretty cool.
Anastasios Malaka Kilamos.
Malaka Kilamos. This is your host, Laka.
All right. That's enough of that. All right, signing off. This is the Greek Freak.
I'm going with the affliction, dude. I like it. I like it.
I like it too, dude.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. And then this is the train hopping off the tracks. See you guys next time.